As the twilight fades into the black abyss, our tale begins in a quiet suburban neighborhood. Picture it, if you will. Rows of picture-perfect houses, their lights winking out one by one as the night stretches its dark tendrils across the sky. Nestled amongst them, one stands out, a beacon in the encroaching darkness. Within its walls, a 14-year-old kid, left to his own devices for the evening. The silence of the night is punctuated by the distant howling of a lone creature, a haunting serenade to the moon. Leaves rustle, whispering secrets to the wind, while occasional thumps echo, sending ripples of unease through the tranquility. The atmosphere is thick with suspense, a palpable undercurrent of anticipation. Something is coming, something lurks in the shadows, unseen, unknown. And so the stage is set. Our protagonist stands alone, unaware of the night's impending horrors. The tranquility of the evening shatters as peculiar incidents begin to unfold within the house. A symphony of strange noises pierces the silence. The soft hum of a lullaby from an unseen source, the chilling rustle of unseen entities, the inexplicable creaking of old wooden floors. The lights, once steadfast, start a wicked dance, flickering in rhythm with the mounting fear. Shadows, too, join this eerie ballet, flitting across the room in shapes that seem almost human. They play tricks on the eyes, seeming to reach out, then receding into nothingness. The house itself seems to breathe, each exhale a low groan that rides on the wind. Our young hero, a mere 14 years of age, shivers, his wide eyes darting around the room. He's trying to rationalize, to convince himself that he's imagining things. But the terror gnawing at his heart tells a different tale. A sense of dread envelops the house, as the kid begins to realize he may not be alone. As the night deepens, the fear takes a form, a faceless entity lurking in the shadows. The once familiar corners of the house morph into ominous silhouettes, each one a hiding place for the faceless horror that now haunts our young protagonist. His heart races, pounding like a drum against his rib cage, each beat echoing the seconds ticking away in the dreadful silence of the house. He can hear it now, the soft rustle of movement, like a whisper carried on a sudden gust of wind that chills him to his marrow. Suddenly, a thud echoes through the house, breaking the silence like a shattered mirror. It's followed by a low growl, a sound so primal and terrifying it freezes the blood in his veins. He can't see it, but he can feel it, a presence. An entity without a face, without a form, but with an aura so dark, so menacing, it's as if the very air around him is being squeezed out. A cold sweat breaks on his forehead, his breaths come in ragged gasps, and his body trembles uncontrollably. He wants to run, to hide, but his legs refuse to move. Fear has him in its icy grip, rendering him helpless, a prisoner in his own home. Terrified to his core, the kid finds himself trapped, facing an unimaginable horror. In the face of terror, a shocking revelation awaits our young protagonist. As the thick fog of fear begins to clear, a surprising truth starts to emerge. The menacing, faceless entity that had been haunting our young hero was not an external force. No, it was something far more intimate, far more personal. It was a terrifying, monstrous embodiment of his own fear. It was the fear of being alone, the fear of the unknown, the fear of the dark, all amalgamated into a spectral, faceless figure. This paralyzing entity was a figment of our protagonist's overactive imagination, a phantom born from his deepest, most primal fears. Can you hear that? The soft rustle of the wind, whispering reassurances through the quiet house. A sigh of relief escaping from the boy's lips as he acknowledges this revelation. The ticking of the clock, rhythmic and soothing, a reminder of the passage of time and a return to normalcy. Our young hero, a mere 14 years old, has just faced his greatest fear and emerged victorious. He has looked into the eyes of the faceless terror and seen himself reflected back. He has understood that the real monsters are not hiding under our beds or lurking in our closets, but are within us, in our minds, in our fears. And so, the night of terror ends with a dawn of realization that our deepest fears often are the monsters of our own creation.